Namaste everyone. Welcome to the 7th lecture of determinant. This is Rajesh, and in this lecture we will see what is adjoint of a matrix and how we can find inverse of a matrix using adjoint. We will also see some problems of exercise 4.5. So let us start. Adjoint of a matrix. The adjoint of a square matrix capital A, which is of order n by n and have element small aij, is defined as the transpose of matrix of order n by n where the elements are capital Aij, where this capital Aij is the cofactors of element small aij. The adjoint of matrix A is denoted by this small adj and capital A. That is, we read this as adjoint A. So here transpose of matrix, this you keep in mind that we have to transpose the matrix of cofactors of the elements. So if A is the given matrix, then adjoint of A is equals to transpose of the matrix in which elements are capital A11, capital A12, capital A13, capital A21 and so on. Now I have to transpose this, that means I have to change rows in columns. So I write this A11, A12, A13 in column wise. So A11, A12, A13 in column wise, A21, A22, A23 column wise, and this capital A31, A32 and A33 column wise. So this is how we calculate adjoint of A. So whenever you have given a matrix A and you want to find adjoint of A, then you have to first find cofactors of each element, and then you have to apply this formula, we can say. You have to apply this, that is adjoint A is transpose of the matrix of cofactors. For a square matrix of order 2 given by A is equals to A11, A12, A21, A22. Now here the first method is that I will find cofactors and then matrix of cofactors, and then I transpose the matrix of cofactor to get adjoint A. The other method is that I will interchange the position of A11 and A22, and I will change the sign of A12 and A21, and by this also I will get the adjoint. So in case of matrix which has order 2 by 2, there to find adjoint, what we can do, we interchange these diagonal elements, that is A11, A1, A22, and we change the sign of non-diagonal element, that is A12, A21, we will change their sign. So this is our adjoint. Now here we have few theorems and definitions. Let us see them one by one. First theorem: if A be any given square matrix of order n, then A into adjoint A is equals to adjoint A into A is equals to determinant of A into I. Now you can verify this theorem with the help of any determinant, any matrix of order 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. Proof of the theorem is not needed here. This I is an identity matrix of order n. A is a square matrix of order n. Now for a square matrix A, if determinant is 0, then that matrix we call as a singular matrix, and if the determinant value is not equal to 0, we call it as a non-singular matrix. So for a singular matrix, the value of determinant is 0, and for a non-singular matrix, the value of determinant is not equal to 0. If A and B are non-singular matrix of the same order, then AB and BA are also non-singular matrix of the same order. The determinant of product of matrices is equal to product of their respective determinants, that is determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B, where A and B are square matrices of the same order. If A is a square matrix of order n, then determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A power n minus 1. Now all these theorems and all these remarks which we are giving, you can verify them by taking examples, right? So this remark is actually very important. Sometime you will get this as a fill in the blank type question or MCQ type question. So if A is a square matrix of order n, then determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A power n minus 1, where n is order of matrix A. Now let us verify this, let us prove this. So adjoint A into A is equals to determinant of A into I, this we have already discussed, is equals to determinant of A into I. In place of I can write the unit matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. Now this determinant A will multiply with each rows, as this is a constant number and it is multiplying with this determinant. So I get determinant of A 0 0 0, determinant of A 0 and 0 0 determinant of A. Now let us take determinant on both the sides. So we will get determinant of adjoint A into A is equals to determinant of this matrix. Now here, as we know that determinant of AB is determinant of A into determinant of B, so determinant of adjoint A into A, I will write determinant of adjoint A into determinant of A. And on the right hand side, from determinant, from each row or from each column, I will take determinant A common, so I will get determinant A the whole cube. Now determinant of this unit matrix is 1, so I will say that determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A cube divided by determinant of A, that gives me determinant of A square. So in general what we can say that if A is a square matrix of order n, then adjoint A, determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A power n minus 1. You can use principle of mathematical inductions also to prove here. Now here we have taken one example where order is 3 and we got that determinant of adjoint A is equals to determinant of A power 2. Now let us see the next theorem. A square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is a non-singular matrix. Now in the previous chapter, matrices, we have already understand what is inverse of a matrix, right? So if A into B is equals to B into A is equals to I will say that B is inverse of A, or I will say that A is inverse of B. So let A be a invertible matrix of order n and I be the identity matrix of order n. Then there exists a square matrix B of order n such that AB equal to BA equal to I. Now AB equal to I, so if I take determinant on the both sides, I will get determinant of A into determinant of B is equals to 1. Now as the product of two determinants is 1, that means none of them is 0. So it implies that determinant of A is not equal to 0. So this is the proof that if A is invertible, then determinant of A is not equal to 0. So whenever we have to find inverse, first we can find determinant of A, and if its value is not equal to 0, we will say that the inverse is possible. That means we can find inverse of the given matrix A. Now let us see how we can find inverse of a matrix A using adjoint. Now let A be a non-singular matrix. Therefore determinant of A is not equal to 0. Now we already know that A into adjoint A is equals to adjoint A into A is equals to determinant of A into I. Now as determinant of A is not equal to 0, let us divide throughout by determinant of A. So what we will get? We will get A into 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint A is equals to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint A into A is equals to I. We have just rearrange the terms in the denominator. Now A into B is equals to I. So that means this term 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint A is B. So the value of B is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint A. Now B is what? When AB is equals to I, then B is inverse of A, that is B is A inverse, so I will say that A inverse is equals to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. So this is the formula which we are going to use to find inverse of a matrix. Now in the previous chapter you have find out inverse of a matrix using row transformation or column transformation. Now here we will find inverse of a matrix using adjoint, and we are going to use this formula. So here first we will check that determinant of A is not equal to 0, that is A is a non-singular matrix. If A is a singular matrix, then in that case inverse is not possible. Now let us move to exercise 4.5. Here the first problem is we have to find adjoint of the following matrix. Now first question is a 2 by 2 matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we have two methods. First is that I will find cofactors. So cofactor for this one, that means it is minus 1 power 1 plus 1 2. So I am not writing minus 1 power because here if the sum of these two numbers is even, then the sign minus 1 power whatever number has positive sign, and if it is odd then we have negative sign. So directly we will write. Now I have to remove the row and column in which small a11 lies. So if I remove, I will get 4, and sign before that is plus, so it is plus 4. Similarly a12 is minus 3, a21 is minus 2. Why? Because I am removing the second row and first column and using minus sign because this 2 plus 1 is 3 and writing this element, and a22 is 1, right? So adjoint of A is a11, a21, a12, a22. I will put the respective value and I will get 4 minus 2 minus 3 1. Now you can see here that by shortcut method I can interchange this diagonal element, that is 1 4, so it is 4 1, and I will change the sign of remaining element, that is 2 and 3, so their sign is minus 2 minus 3. So this is my adjoint A. Now let us see the second question. This is a 3 by 3 matrix. Elements are 1, minus 1, 2, 2, 3, 5 and minus 2, 0, 1. Now we will find cofactors. So a11, there is no other choice. So a11 is, I remove this first row and first column and I get a determinant of 3, 5, 0, 1. This gives me answer as 3. Similarly I find a12. So first row and second column I remove, and I will use minus sign here out of determinant because this 1 plus 2 is 3, which is an odd number. So a12 I am getting minus 12. Similarly I will find a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33, right? So all the cofactors we have find out. Now adjoint of A is a11, a12, a13. We have to write in column wise, a21, a22, a23 column wise, and a31, a32, a33 column wise. So let us write, and this is my adjoint A, which is 3, 1, minus 11, minus 12, 5, minus 1, 6, 2, 5. I hope you understand. Right. So let us see next question, question number 3. Now here I have to verify A into adjoint A is equals to adjoint A into A is equals to determinant A into I. For question number 3 and 4 we have to verify. So question number 3 is 2 by 2 matrix. Now it is 2 by 2 matrix, so it is simple. First I will find determinant of A, which I am getting as 0, right? So this third term, determinant of A into I will get as 0. Now let us find a11, a12, a21 and a22, and hence find adjoint of A. Now let us multiply A by adjoint of A. So I will multiply this A, which is 2, 3, minus 4, 6 by adjoint A, which is minus 6, minus 3, 4, 2. So multiplication, you know how to multiply. I will use this first row 2, 3 and this first column. So 2 into minus 6 plus 3 into 4. That gives me first element. Then 2 into minus 3 plus 3 into 2 will give me the second element of the first row. Similarly for the second row, I multiply the second row with first column, so I will get second row first column element. So minus 4 into minus 6 plus minus 6 into 4, and this element as minus 4 into minus 3 plus minus 6 into 2. So by this I will get answer as 0. Now again I have to find adjoint A into A. So let us multiply. After multiplication, here also I am getting answer as 0. So from 1, 2 and 3 I am getting the same answer, which is 0. So I will say that A into adjoint A is equals to adjoint A into A is equals to determinant A into I. Okay, now the question number 4 is a 3 by 3 order matrix. Now here first let us find out determinant of A, which is 11. Now you know how to calculate determinant. Here we have expanded along second column, as I am getting 2 zeros in the second column. So answer I get 11. Now determinant of A into I am getting as 11 0 0 0 11 0 and 0 0 11. So this is my first equation. Now I will find A11, that is cofactors. So let us find cofactors. All the cofactors A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33, and hence find adjoint A. So adjoint A I am getting as 0, 3, 2, minus 11, 1, 8 and 0, minus 1, 3. Okay, so we have find out adjoint of A. Now A into adjoint of A, let us multiply. So 3 by 3. So no worry, as we have done for 2 by 2, this first row is multiplied by first column, I will get first element. First row multiplied by second column, I will get second element of the first row, and first row third column will give me third element of the first row. In the similar way, I will find second row elements and third row elements. So finally I get answer as 11 0 0 0 11 0 and 0 0 11. So A into adjoint A is also 11 0 0 0 11 0 0 0 11. So this is second. So I have find out this determinant of A into I, right, and A into adjoint of A. Now let us also find adjoint A into A. Now adjoint A into A, so first I will write adjoint A and then I will write A, and again I will multiply. After multiplication, here also I am getting the same result. So I will say that from 1, 2 and 3. Now see, this is first equation, this is second and this is third. Now in all the 3 equations, my right hand side is same. So from 1, 2 and 3, I will say that A into adjoint A is equals to adjoint A into A is equals to A into determinant A into I. So in this lecture, we will stop here. There are many more problems that we are going to see in the next lecture. Thank you.